Okay, so I know I've gotten a lot of new subscribers in the past few weeks, so if you're not entirely familiar with this, when I cover stuff like the comic book stuff or Star Wars or anything of a really geeky nature, I tend to do a different reviewing style. Also, when the cat gets left alone in the house for too long, she gets upset and really clingy. That's why she's suddenly here. Okay, so this is my review style for the more geek-centric stuff. I give my overall thoughts on the film, then there's going to be a break, then a big spoiler section, then another break, and then the trailers, okay? Okay, so when the commercial break ends, that's when the spoiler section is going to begin, okay? And then when the next commercial break ends, that's the trailer section. Are we good? Are you good? Okay. Alright, so overall, I'm going to be giving Birds of Prey a B. There's some really good parts of this. Margot Robbie, obviously, as Harley Quinn, fits like a glove. I like Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. I like the cast overall. Good chemistry between everyone in the cast. Some really fun moments of good humor, great action set pieces, so all of that works. Unfortunately, this film is kind of done in by its pacing. This movie is 110 minutes long, 45 of which are spent on exposition. And it makes the movie kind of grind a little bit, unfortunately. Also, there's not a lot of Birds of Prey and Birds of Prey, but still, this is a good film, and I am eager to see a possible sequel.
Hello. Gotham Corner Store? Yes, we seem to be down to our last Diet Coke. A gentleman is on his way to pick some up. Just look for a black car. No, this black car will be rather difficult to miss. And by the way, the gentleman is usually in quite a rush.
Just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
Okay, so the central thesis of this film is told from the perspective of Harley Quinn. She breaks up with the Joker. In reality, he basically kicks her to the curb shortly after the breakout sequence in Suicide Squad. They do make reference to it. So I guess that's still canon to this DCEU thing. I'm not entirely sure. But as this is happening, as she's sort of dealing with the fallout of that, she sort of tries to keep it on the down low because the fact that she has been the Joker's girlfriend has granted her a lot of protection from a lot of the other mobsters. She goes out, she starts a brief career as a roller derby girl, which attracts the attention of a young pickpocket named Cassandra Cain. And as this happens, she and her roller derby friends go out to the club, which is run by Ewan McGregor's character, the Black Mask. Okay. Excuse me. This was run by, like I said, it's run by Ewan McGregor's character, the Black Mask. Black Canary is there as a performer, as a singer. The cat got down. And that's sort of how all this is happening. And the Black Mask is concerned with getting an object called the Bertinelli Diamond because he funded the hit on Helena Bertinelli's family, which caused her to become the Huntress, and she's taking revenge by taking out the people behind the massacre. And she calls herself the Huntress, but everyone calls her the Crossbow Killer because she kills people with crossbows. Okay, sorry, the cat went off. Anyway, she's taking out people with crossbows, and this attracts the attention of Detective Renee Montoya, who should be a captain in the Gotham City Police Department, but but her superior, who used to be her partner, keeps taking all the credit and getting promoted over her, and this has kind of driven her into kind of a drunken depression. And like I said, basically the central MacGuffin is this diamond because Cassandra Cain winds up pickpocketing the diamond from Black Mask's #1 hitman, Mr. Zsasz, and Canary winds up kind of being hired as the new driver, which is the person who drives Zsasz to the points where he needs to go kill people, and also chauffeurs around Black Mask. And again, as this is happening, Harley blows up the chemical plant and drops off the J. her J medallion, which means, which is sort of signal to, yep, the Joker and I broke up, and all of this, and unfortunately, like, this winds up putting hits on her, and so she tries to barter her freedom to go get this diamond. So she makes this deal with Black Mask to retrieve the diamond. She goes after Cassandra Cain to find out that Cassandra Cain swallowed the diamond. She fights off Mireille Montoya, and again, it all kind of convolutes to this point where Black Mask brings this big army in to take everyone out. Everyone winds up in the same place because it turns out, I also forgot, Black Canary is an informant to Renee Montoya. Montoya winds up getting suspended because of some actions that she takes, because she stole evidence from a scene to try to track down Black Mask. Because, Black Mask he's not quite the kingpin in Gotham, but he's trying to aim to be the kingpin in Gotham, the main ruler of organized crime, and the diamond itself is worth enough that he could basically buy off everyone and bring everyone into his into one big collective. So that's how that's going. And as this is happening, in the background, the Huntress is murdering people. And they set up this point because Harley, while sort of trying to get Cassandra to, pass out the diamond, sort of bonds with her. Unfortunately, this brings more attention to her, and there's more kind of things going out. And again, eventually, like I said, it leads to this big point where all the women are together, and they realize they have to work together because, Black Mask is the true enemy, and they start working together, and they all work really well together. But eventually, Cassandra gets. At least it's kind of funny seeing because they're at this setup point where it's one of the Joker's old hideouts, and they need to get weapons because they're almost all the women who have guns are almost out of ammo. Huntress is almost out of arrows to shoot for a crossbow, so it's like, hey, I know what to do. And Harley opens up this cabinet, and it's completely empty. It's like, nope, that's not going to help at all. Oh. She's like, oh man, but then it turns out her old Suicide Squad stuff is in a trunk that's still there. So she's able to arm everyone enough, at least to the point that they can sort of make a game fight of it. Unfortunately, at some point, Cassandra does get taken away, and Harley and Huntress go after her. Eventually, Harley confronts Black Mask, but it turns out that as they were arming themselves, Cassandra swiped a hand grenade and stuck it down Black Mask's pants, so he blows up. The diamond has not yet passed at this point, and everyone kind of revels in killing Black Mask, so they all go out for tacos, at which point the diamond finally does come out. But Harley and Cassandra steal the diamond, barter it. They also steal Canary's car, but left behind, Helena Bertinelli, Renee Montoya, and Black Canary become the new Birds of Prey, basically. They form their own group because Helena still has her family's fortune to tap into and fund the Birds of Prey. So, like I said, I'm trying, I hope, I know it's pretty much the whole movie there. Like I said, there's some really good humor in this movie. Again, Margot Robbie is a natural. I believe she's the odds-on favorite to get the supporting actress nomination for or Oscar for Bombshell. But again, this is she was really kind of born to play Harley Quinn. As hard as that made me believe, she just works really well in it. Like I said, Rosie Perez as Renee Montoya, Journey Smollett Bell as Black Canary are really good. Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress is a little underutilized, but still pretty good. They do it, like I said, the sort of joke is she's trying to come across like this big badass superhero, but it's like she's just a little short of it. She's just a little lacking, and she has some anger control problems. And I forgot who played Cassandra Cain. Bosco. Her last name is Bosco. I remember that. Yeah, she's really well done. She's really good at the role too. Ewan McGregor as Black Mask. He's very scenery chewing, but he's scenery chewing in a really fun way. He does come across as very menacing and threatening. In the comics, the Black Mask is a guy who actually has like a skull for a face that emits like a toxic touch. But in this, he just has an ordinary mask. So yeah, like I said, the only thing that really does it is the pacing. Like I said, the first 45 minutes of the movie are Harley narrating it, but then having to give backstory to backstory to backstory to backstory. So it's just constant this exposition loop, and it does kind of cause it to kind of grind to a halt. And like I said, it's an hour and 50-minute movie, and it's about 45 minutes before it finally starts to get through rolling, and that's when it really picks up, and then it almost seems to go by a little too fast. So again, pacing does this movie in a little bit, but still it is overall enjoyable. That's why I gave it the B.
Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Gorilla Grodd attacks Batman. Batman must get the transforming Batmobile and race into action. Watch out for the cliff. Quick, transform into Batjet with massive wingspan. Launch your missiles and take Gorilla Grodd down. Transform back to Batmobile and send this giant gorilla back behind bars. Batman, the Brave and the Bold transforming Batmobile and action figures, each sold separately.
Okay, trailer time, and we got mostly the same trailers over again, but we did get a couple new ones at least. A lot of trailers to go through. We got Mulan again, New Mutants again, Fantasy Island again. Then our first new trailer, which is Spiral from the Book of Saw, the Saw spin-off movie with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson. It definitely looked a little... It kind of looked intriguing. I'm not the biggest fan of the Saw franchise, but yeah, again, maybe this could be something. After that, we got Fast and Furious 9, or F9, the Fast and Furious Saga, or whatever it's called. It looked good, but I guess I need to refresh myself on Fast and Furious lore before I really come to any judgment about it. Then we got the Lovebirds again, Last of Us Part 2 again, Tenet again, that's the Christopher Nolan movie. And then our last new movie, which is In the Heights, which is a musical set in the barrio of the Heights, Washington Heights. Puerto Rican immigrant, just melding of cultures and music, and it's from Lin-Manuel Miranda. It looked fine. It didn't look terrible. Probably going to be seeing that quite a bit. So, yeah, that's it, I guess, trailers-wise. So, next movie is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog. After that, it's Call of the Wild. The next video is going to be the random trade review on The Massive, Volume 1. And not too long after, in between Sonic and Call of the Wild, will be the review of NXT TakeOver Portland. So, yeah. Stay tuned after the credits. There'll be some bonus cat footage. See you all next time. Hey guys, remember, you can help support my channel at patreon.com/sleepytimeforcat productions, where you can help request a movie, even if it's something like, say, Sonic the Hedgehog or the next Purge film. I'll review it. Count on that today.